confesses to have never been your typical accountant, nor has she followed the conventional path. Tossing up between being a textiles and design high school teacher, a fashion designer or an accountant, she chose the latter, and fortunately she has managed to shrug off the stigma of being a boring bean counter. With ambitions of making partner, a stronger desire for work-life balance and motherhood won out, and in 1999 Gascoigne Consulting was formed. Not your typical accounting practice model, Amanda did things her way, and the innovation, technology and mindset that she embraced was probably 10 years ahead of its time. Amanda's latest venture, Amanda Gascoigne Consulting, sees her packing up her calculator and sharing her strategies and secrets of success with fellow small and solo accounting practice owners around Australia. Welcome Amanda, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Holly.
To start, could you tell us a little bit about your career path?
Sure. Well, during high school days, I worked for quite a few small family businesses. So that's probably where my love of business came from. And then being good at maths and numbers, decided to follow a career of accounting. So I did a traditional journey into accounting, so full-time uni for 3 years. And during that last year, I was lucky enough to get a position being the research assistant to the Professor of Accounting. So I stayed there for 18 months in that capacity once I finished and tutored in accounting. And then my goal was to become a chartered accountant. So that I actually got a job at PricewaterhouseCoopers in Newcastle as a graduate accountant, and then moved on to Lawler Davidson in Maitland as a senior accountant. After a while then, I decided to start my own practice. So for 18 years, had my own practice. And now I am in a really fortunate position to be coaching and mentoring other small and solo accounting practice owners so they have better practices and better lives.
What are the key skill sets that leaders need?
There's quite a few, Holly, but the three that come to mind are about being positive, being empathetic and being passionate. So I'll go into those in a little bit more detail. So being positive is about seeing the good in every situation and perhaps learning from that situation and maybe changing some things up that you do. Things like changing legislation might be seen as a negative, but we can actually see some positives in that and what they can do for our businesses, and to take the positives out of everything. I think that's probably come being older and wiser. Being empathetic is really important because trying to put yourself in someone else's shoes and in their situation. So being a really good listener and understanding what's actually going on for that person in that situation. And then an effective leader then can offer solutions, strategies and options in a way that's going to receive the optimal result. So I think that's really important. And an example there is putting yourself in that person's shoes, or if that was your child or your friend in that situation, how would you want them to be treated? And thirdly, being passionate. So when you're passionate and love what you do, as a leader, that comes across so much in your team culture, how you deliver your services, and it's really quite infectious. So if you really love what you're doing and you're passionate, it's so much easier to have a successful business and get buy-in from either your clients or employees.
Amanda, what motivates and drives you?
The two main things that motivate and drive me in everything that I do is happiness and prosperity. And I don't just mean prosperity about the finance and the dollars. It's about being rich in all areas of your life, and it's something that I am passionate about, helping others achieve happiness and prosperity. So whether that's my family and friends, whether that's clients or colleagues, or whether it's even people, strangers that I have never come across, but who might read my blogs or see me present at events, I hope that I can inspire them to have businesses and lives that are happy and prosperous.
What is one action or task you ensure you incorporate into your diary each week?
Okay, this is an easy one for me to answer now, but it probably wouldn't have been so easy a couple of years ago. But one of the things that I do regularly is look after my own finances and accounting and bookkeeping. So I was probably like the plumber with the leaking tap and getting my tax returns and BASs at the very last minute, which caused me undue stress, sleepless nights, and also stress for my family as I was trying to get everything done at the last minute. So these days I scan my receipts throughout the week, and then at the weekend I reconcile all my accounts and produce my profit and loss statements to see how I'm going. And I think that's a really important thing for business owners. Even if they delegate the tasks of bookkeeping and accounting, I think it's a great idea to diarise on a weekly or monthly basis, having a look at their figures and going through the numbers, so they can actually make better business decisions, and then let the accountant and the ATO use your numbers after you've used them. So that would be a bit of a tip for all businesses, and even especially accounting practice owners who might leave their things to the last minute or not do them at all for a while.
To finish today, what local business person do you find inspiring?
Well, I'm not going to select just one person, I'm going to select a group of people, and they are all small business people, because I think they are really inspiring, and quite often they don't actually even know that they're inspiring others. So I've had the pleasure of working with so many small businesses over the last 20 years, helping them set up their businesses, going through the good times and the bad with them, and they are really resilient people. They work incredibly hard, and I think I'd like to do a shout out to those business people.
Excellent, that's a great note to finish on today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Holly.